This is the flip side of commercial farming. The 120 beef cattle on Freestone Ranch in Sonoma County, California, aren't fed any corn, antibiotics, or growth hormones. Ranch owner John Gay says the animals live a chemical-free life.
Well, the cattle, they just, live out in the pastures and eat grass, and we give them a little supplemental hay in the late summer and in the winter. The big thing we give them is just a natural, comfortable life where they're not under a lot of stress all the time.
Gay's sister, Susan Brady, and her teenage sons do much of the day-to-day work on the 160-hectare ranch.
It's a lot of work. It's 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Besides cattle, they also raise chickens, and there's a new litter of piglets scrambling around the pig pen. Brady keeps a freezer full of Freestone Ranch beef, which is butchered locally. Most customers come to the ranch in person to buy a whole or half steer's worth of meat.
There's a huge increase on the people kind of going, wow, where does that actually come from? And really starting to pay attention.
People are getting a lot more educated. They're getting more aware of where their food comes from. People are wanting to come out and see, oh, this is the animals that I'm eating, and this is how they're raised, and this is who's caring for them.
Producers like Freestone Ranch also sell at farmers markets, and several nationwide grocery chain stores like Walmart and Whole Foods also sell organically raised meat. U.S. sales of organic meat and poultry grew by 13% in 2011 for a total of $538 million.
Demand for organic meat is growing rapidly, but it's still just a tiny fraction of the overall supply. Meat raised on ranches like this one represents less than 0.5% of all the meat sold in the U.S.
The biggest challenge for local, environmentally sustainable meat production is price. Small operations like Freestone can't begin to match the economies of scale enjoyed by industrial agriculture, which also benefits from government subsidies to keep the price of feed corn low. But while consumers at places like Freestone Ranch do pay more, at least they definitely know where their meat comes from.
Once you start taking the time to know what's going in your body, you start feeling better. I know I do.
Rob Reynolds, Al Jazeera, Sonoma County, California.